Good evening, everybody. I'm Steve Shamraz. Welcome to the Now Milwaukee. Conspiracy theorists are champing at the bit tonight, waiting on a big dump of documents connected to the assassination of JFK. President Trump promised those files would be released today, though in the last hour we've learned only 2,800 of them will go public. The others will be held back another 6 months for further review. So while we are all still waiting, Sean Gallagher is here with the perspective of a professor who says don't expect to find anything earth-shaking.
Yeah, no second shooter, no mafia tie-in, but it could show people within government agencies that dropped the ball while Lee Harvey Oswald was on their radar. But one thing is for sure, people are salivating for the chance to see the unseen.
Even conspiracy people are saying, don't expect a smoking gun.
While people are antsy to see what's in the rest of the JFK files, John McAdams, a JFK assassination expert, isn't as excited as everyone else.
Most of the documents that we know have relevance have long since been released. We're down to stuff that's probably kind of marginal.
McAdams doesn't think the documents will shed any light on what happened that day. But he says it could make the CIA look bad in how it handled Lee Harvey Oswald.
The Cubans would not let him get into Cuba. Remember, he wanted to go to Cuba and join Castro's revolution, that he said, well, then I guess I'll have to kill Kennedy or something like that. The possibility that Lee Oswald really did threaten to kill Kennedy and the CIA had that information would be fairly explosive.
And November marks 54 years since Kennedy was killed, with people still talking about conspiracy theories, which begs the question, why?
We want big events to have big causes. Okay, World War II. Well, you've got Hitler and the Nazis, all right? That is big enough and nasty enough that it makes sense. On the other hand, where the JFK assassination is concerned, we've got John Kennedy, leader of the free world, and this nobody, this sort of useless fellow, who didn't amount to anything but just, had a gun, and he takes out the leader of the free world. It just doesn't match.
And McAdams says in recent polls, 60% of Americans believe in some sort of conspiracy theory around Kennedy's death, a number he thinks could decline with the release of these documents. But he says this is a controversial issue and will be for a long time.
As the professor said, a big event. People don't want to think it could happen so simply.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, Sean.